We're live. We've been crazy busy today, getting ready for our local auction, and really sifting through two of these units. Haven't got to one of them yet, but I want to talk about some negative comments that has been going on with the most recent unit. A lot of people don't think that the person actually stole their stuff. They also said that they don't believe that you can steal your own stuff back. I don't know. They're saying that it was a misunderstanding at the facility, whatever the case is. Completely false. Completely false. So we're going to talk about that here shortly. Gonna let some people get in here, see what y'all think. And maybe just whenever something negative happens, the negativity just comes out of nowhere. You know, it's like what's the saying? Comes out of the woodworks or something like that. But we have a ton. Hello. Hello, how are you doing? I haven't seen you in a while. Hello. You sure you want to stop streaming? No. Here we go. How you doing today? Haven't seen you in a long time. Well, except for the last premiere. Yeah, been getting a lot of hate and negativity on my last video about how the person broke into their unit. I think they stole it because they reversed their payment for it. Exactly. That's to me, that's considered fraudulent. You did a fraudulent claim through your bank, and you committed fraud in a way, because technically, once it goes up for auction, it's not theirs. If they didn't pay for it, regardless, even if I didn't pay for it yet, if they didn't pay for their stuff, I don't know. Just one of those things. It makes no sense to me. People think that the person didn't actually steal their stuff, but in reality, if he didn't commit a fraudulent activity, technically speaking, he would have paid for it and got his stuff out. But since he did a reverse transaction, that is considered fraudulent. So who knows? Who knows? But a lot of negativity. A lot of negativity in those comments. If you ever get a chance, go into that video and look at some of the negative comments. Like, a lot of people are sitting there saying that somebody can't steal their own goods. It's like you sign a contract through, the facility, and whenever I win a unit and I pay for it, I also sign a contract as well. So I don't know. I'm doing great. I'm so sorry you are going through that. Oh no, it's all good. I actually kind of feed off the negative energy. I'm not even mad about any of the comments realistically. It's just, I don't know. I had to put out a video regardless, and I don't know. I think people just have nothing better to do with their lives to just talk negative, man. I mean, it's stuff you can't take to the grave. But now one thing is that, yeah, I paid, what did I say, almost $1,000 for it or something like that. $3 shot of 1,000. It might have even been a bad unit, so it could have been a blessing in disguise for sure, but it's just kind of wild to see that people are actually agreeing with like somebody said that I'm so glad that person actually ended up stealing their stuff back, so you, like, dumb storage unit buyers are crooked or something, I don't know, something like that, and I'm just sitting here like, I could care less if people pay for their stuff. That's fine. Like, one like a month ago where we won a unit for I think we're at 1,100, and we were on our way there. The facility called us and said, hey, they just walked in 5 minutes ago. Unfortunately, they paid for their stuff. I said, okay, cool. You know what I did? I took my happy butt back to the house, and I relaxed and worked a little bit on some eBay stuff. So, David, haters are attracted to success. That is true. Haters are also attracted to negative titles, even though I wouldn't really say it was crazy negative. Some people said it was even clickbait. I'm like, it wasn't really clickbait. They stole the stuff out. I mean, however way you look at it, it's not a flaw in the system. Well, it is a flaw in the system because he paid for it. He just did a reverse transaction. So it's like he technically stole the stuff due to his fraudulent activity. So I don't know. People are just weird. Atlanta says hi. Tell her I said hello. Hello. I've been in the gym lately, losing a little bit of weight, but getting some muscles back. I need to get a haircut though. I've been running around. Baseball season starts back up in February, and I think I'm gonna do 2 leagues this season. I'm gonna do the 18 and over and 30 and over. It's weird to say that I'm 32. Hi, Picker. You and your wife, happy New Year. Thank you, Charles. We appreciate that. Absolutely. We had a Merry Christmas and also Happy New Year to you as well. Hopefully you get everything that you want for the rest of this year. Bringing the new year right, New Year resolutions, or whatever you're going to be doing next year. I wish you the best of luck, Charles, and we're going to continue doing it in 2025 and winning units, doing garage sales, doing our estate sales. Y'all know how we do it. We're going to do pretty much a little bit of everything. Just lately we've been doing the storage unit stuff because it makes sense to do the storage units for us, just because I don't know, just it's kind of what's been working for us lately. So we're gonna stick to what we like. Kathy, hello. They avoided their contract when they quit paying the storage fees. When you bid on a unit, you win the unit, then the contents. They avoided their contract when they quit paying. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. When people don't understand, like a lot of people don't understand, they don't understand the way the storage unit business works. Like, do I feel bad for people who lose their unit? Occasionally, yes, because the ones that get me are the people who pass away and their next of kin don't want anything or whatever the case is. Those are the ones I do feel bad about. I have a little sympathy for, but I don't have sympathy for people who can't pay their bills. I get it, hard times, I absolutely get it, but it blows my mind that people will sit here and say, I get this comment all the time, I'm sure other storage unit YouTubers as well, you're profiting off of other people's misfortune. That one kind of gets me a little bit because it's like, okay, let's just play devil's advocate here, right? Okay, profiting off of people's misfortune. Okay, I'd rather profit off of it a little bit, and sometimes we even keep, stuff from storage units. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we even keep stuff from storage units. We save it from the landfill. We don't throw everything away, and on top of that, we donate tons of items. So if one person's misfortunate is, let's just say, 50 to 100 people's to where they can afford stuff at like Goodwill, Salvation Army, or whatever. If they can, buy a shirt for $1.99, I know Goodwill's kind of going up in prices, but if it helps them out with buying clothes for cheaper, then technically speaking, one person's misfortune is helping out hundreds of other people, if not thousands of people throughout the year whenever we win them. So it's like, we profit off of it, sure. It's not like we're making $1 million off of it. We have dump fees, we got gas, we got wear and tear on our vehicles. I mean, there's other ways to do it, and people say that, oh, you're just trying to justify, buying storage units, this, that, and the other. But it's also one of those things where we're helping a lot of people out. Yeah, in a way, with the storage unit facility, nobody ever whines and complains about the thousands of dollars that people don't pay back. The one unit I did down in Savannah like 3 or 4 months ago, the owner was backed up $4,000 in payments because she did like 3 or 4 different reverse transactions. That's fraudulent alone. So I don't feel bad for people to lose their stuff. That's why we try our best to get back the personal stuff. We try to give that stuff back, because that should be the stuff that matters the most. If I had a storage unit and I had, let's say the gun unit is a perfect example, and I had 37 guns, all that ammunition in there, would I feel upset? Absolutely. But at the same time, I would also be that type of person where you got to take responsibility. There has to be accountability, and the accountability is, I didn't pay for my unit. Do I necessarily deserve to lose my stuff? Yes and no. I say yes because I did sign a contract, and no because it is something that I collected or whatever. But at the end of the day, if you didn't pay for your unit, I'm not going to have sympathy for you unless it's just, you pass away or something like that. Then that's understandable. It's a tricky feeling, but I try to do the best I can to give people back what they actually need. They don't need the materialistic stuff. They don't need the tools. They don't need all this other stuff. They want the memories, which is the most important thing, and that's what I absolutely try to give back to the facility whenever I can. There's sometimes where we might miss a box or two, unfortunately, because they only give us 48 hours to 72 hours to actually get done with a unit and completely out of there. And if we're winning 2 or 3 units in a week, it's really, really hard to sort that stuff at the storage facility. So sometimes we just have to kind of grab and go and go back to the facility if it's close. But if it's like 2 hours away, sometimes we have to trash it, unfortunately. But 99% of the time we try to give it back. Haters gonna hate. Don't let their ignorance and negativity get to you. Oh yeah, no, absolutely. You know me. I'm not negative. If anything, it kind of fuels the fire a little bit. And I just wish people could see it at a different point of view. I did talk to somebody in the comments on, I don't know if it was the gun unit or somebody else, and they were giving out some good examples and stuff. And then I gave out a good example about the whole thing. Like if one person is misfortunate, we're doing donations, we're doing this that are helping 50 to thousands of people throughout the year. And they're like, that is true. That's actually a good argument. And he said, I wish there was a better way of handling the storage unit business. And to me, it's kind of cut dry and simple. If you're renting out a storage unit, you got to pay your bill. It's like if you own a house, right? If you don't pay your rent, your mortgage, what's going to happen? The bank's going to repossess your house, and you're going to get evicted. That's just the way it is. You're going to get kicked out, and the bank is going to take it over. There's no difference between that and a storage facility. People are in hard times. I get it. But the materialistic stuff, you ain't taking to the grave. Sounds like the storage unit companies need to go cash only because it's messed up that people are reversing the transactions. So that's the question at hand. So there's a bunch of rumors going on in this business about they're saying that they need to switch to cash. Most facilities are cash, but they're talking about they want, or the way it should be. And I do agree. I think if your payments are behind, absolutely cash. And I know there's certain facilities who do that. It has to be cash no matter what, because of the whole reverse transaction type thing. For us to buy storage units, they're trying to make it to where people can actually use cards more, because it's easier instead of going to the bank and getting cash every single time. Now, I do believe cash is king. However, using cards would actually make people more accountable for whenever they're selling their goods. So like, for example, people who do like nothing but garage sales, right? And then that's fine, they make their money, but if they're not claiming their money and they're going out there to buy storage units and they have to use card, they got to have that money on their card. Does that make sense? So it would stop a lot of people not paying their taxes, which don't get me started on taxes. I can't stand taxes. It is what it is. Death and taxes, right? Two things that are guaranteed in life. But that would stop a lot of people from not paying their taxes and this, that, and the other. It'll get away from all that fraudulent stuff that way. But also, too, but who's to say that when people win units, they can't do a reverse transaction either? So it's kind of one of those things, you gotta. There's always a solution to everything, but then there's always going to be a problematic issue with everything. So it's like pick your poison. Which one should it be? But the reversing of the transactions is very very annoying. The unit is a rental. The leaser has to be behind 90 days. When the unit goes to auction, the past renter has 90 days to get this paid in full. Exactly. And then it goes up for auction. And then if they come in and pay 1 month of rent, okay, we'll delay the process. It's going to go right back up for auction the next month. And we see that all the time, because units will pop up for like 6 to 9 months, up to a year sometimes, of people being behind on payments. And it's a constant struggle to get to the surface of the water. It's like they're trying to catch up, but they can't. It's very hard. If they're willing to reverse the storage unit payments, it makes me wonder what other companies they're doing that to. Yeah, exactly. If they do not pay within those 90 days, they lose their items, period. Yeah, exactly. That's the way it should be. But the whole cash card thing is kind of weird to figure out what's right and what's wrong, because usually storage unit buyers, you will have some people who won't clean out units, and then you see units go up to like manager special because there's new people coming in, and they'll lose that $100 deposit, and they're like, well, it's worth losing the $100 instead of me going all the way back to get the trash, blah blah blah. We've never done that before. We've always cleaned out units no matter how much trash is in it. It is what it is. It's part of the game. But that's where you ask yourself, okay, if you got new people coming in that can get, let's say, a $3,000 storage unit, and they do a reverse transaction, right? The only thing I could think of, unless somewhere in the agreements, which we usually don't read agreements, right? Usually, but if something is in the service agreement that says if you do a reverse transaction, that facility should be able to call their bank and be like, hey, listen, this person right here won this storage unit. They did a reverse transaction. We have the contract right here. They had no right to do a reverse transaction. I think that might actually stop the problem. But most storage facilities don't really care unless they're behind like thousands of dollars, I guess, in a way. Because if we come in, let's say we win a unit for $1,000, we do a reverse transaction, sometimes they're just like, whatever, screw it, is what it is. The storage companies are the ones with the misfortune because they are losing money for a service provider. Exactly. Nobody ever talks about how the storage unit gets screwed because they think they're making millions of dollars. I guarantee you. I mean, probably a chain of ones. Like overall, if you add them all up in the surrounding area, they're probably making a good decent amount of money. But if I remember correctly, I think most storage units, they gotta have tenants, right? If they don't have tenants, then they don't make money. And then also too, I want to say every year they make like 10% profit a year or something like that. I have to relook at the numbers. But that's kind of like the conversation though. Just a lot of negativity surrounding this whole unit, which again it might have been a blessing in disguise for them to take that stuff. We might have lost money. Who knows? Maybe we would have found something crazy. But usually when people break into the unit to get their stuff back, there's probably something in there that was worth getting. But anyway, so I just wanted to talk to you guys about that for a little bit with my drive home. I'm going to get back to work tomorrow morning and start sorting some stuff, get some videos ready for you guys. And then, I'm going to go home and relax a little bit. Appreciate all love and support over here on the YouTube channel, you guys. I think we're getting, 22,000 subscribers? Like something wild like that. It's crazy. I think we're less than 250 away. So thank you all so much for all the love and support. And I'm not gonna let the negativity get to me. It's just something I want to talk about. Opinions on it. So we'll see you guys pretty soon with another video, maybe another live. I don't know. Kind of have a lot going on. So we will see you guys very, very soon. Much love, you guys. Have a great night, everybody. Later, you guys.